Blessed be the monsoons for making our 10 a.m. visit to the Humayun's tomb pleasant and approachable as our team advanced toward the historic mausoleum situated in the east of the very famous Nizamuddin Dargah and the Purana Qila of Delhi. The Mughal artifacts and architecture can be called as one of the most powerful citadels of heritageous India. Apart from the dates, facts and cues, the monument self-submerges in it, an interesting and untold ancient tale. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Humayun's tomb was commissioned by his son Akbar in the early 18th century. 14 years after his death, Humayun's widow, Hamida Banu Begum, dedicated her life to the sole purpose for the construction of this tomb in the year 1569. Dome-arched, a typical of the Mughal Islamic architectural trait, the tomb is situated in a uniquely large site, which is literally a pavilion. As we climbed our way to the tomb, through large stone pathways and lush greenery around, the first monument to reach was the Isa Khan's mausoleum. Isa Khan was a noble in the court of Sher Shah Suri. The octagonal tomb, constructed in the early 20th century, was once a shelter for an entire village. Apart from the Isa Khan mausoleum, monuments like a mosque, a gateway, and an unknown tomb can also be seen. My mind just can't be tamed from not telling you time and again about the extraordinary greenery in the complex. After letting us a walk in the history, Humayun's tomb was then reached and visited at the best time of the day. Completely serene after a wash from the clouds, the tomb stood in pride, symbolic of the Mughal Sultanate. The tomb expands in the center of a 30-acre wide garden, which is worldwide known as the Charbagh. Humayun's body was first buried in his palace in Delhi's Purana Qila. In the year 1556, the Qila was captured by Hindu king Hemu. With the fear of him destroying the tomb, the body was then taken to Sirhind, Punjab. The geometry of the place will leave you gazed at the most intricately designed works by a Persian architect, Miraq Mirza Ghiyas. Be it the ancient symbol of many cults and religions, the six-sided star or the marble minarets on the parapet, the inside of the dome is no less of a beauty. The entire tomb and the garden is enclosed within high rubble walls on 3 sides and the Yamuna River on the 4th. The webbed beauty of the Persian designers offer evidences of their dedicated work at every thin inch of the heritage. The jali on the windows and pillars have relevance to their religion, as it was known to filter and let in the divine light of wisdom to the tomb. This piece of architecture is the most dominant throughout the complex. The enumberatedly woven ornamental neck of the dome will certainly captivate your attention. It is said and seen that the family of Humayun, the second Mughal emperor of the dynasty, are also buried here in the tomb, which is located in the vicinity of Hazrat Nizamuddin Dargah, which is a mausoleum of the Sufi saint Chishti Hazrat Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia. The tomb is also an inspiration for reaching out the people with their handcrafted items, as it reads somewhere in the complex that the women in the Hazrat Nizamuddin Basti are adorned with jewelry influenced by the designs made on the tomb. The UNESCO World Heritage Site is always flocked by tourists from all parts of the world at all times of the year. The tomb was chosen to be situated on the banks of Yamuna due to its proximity to Nizamuddin Dargah, a mausoleum of Nizamuddin Aulia who was revered by several Mughal emperors. Sadly, some chosen and some shameful patches on the site has called for untimed restoration works from the Archaeological Department of India. These works include patching, crafting of the golden smear on the apex of the dome, the cleaning of the domes and frequent maintenance of the garden. All such preserving work is performed by top craftsmen and it takes time to redevelop its culture. Cases of recurrent vandalism needs to be stopped in order to preserve this endowment. Walking through the red letters of history often leads me to ledger thoughts that such masterpieces are definitely not a soul work but the soul's work.